the Nursing Council has now recognized the 12 as registered nurses, and on Tuesday, the nurses received certificates from the council which represent their license to practice. Delivering brief remarks, Prime Minister and Minister of Health, the Honourable Dr. Terence Drew, recounted the nurses' struggles and praised them for their perseverance.
When you came back, you were told that you needed more training, correct? You went back and sacrificed more and achieved a bachelor's degree. And then when you came back, some of you were appointed as registered nurses in 2013, only to have that taken away from you. I'm very, very shocked that you all even stayed in the profession. It shows your deep commitment. I don't think I would have stayed, I would tell you the honest truth, because that is an embarrassing situation, and humiliating situation that you did not deserve.
He noted that the Nursing Council has made the, quote, right decision, end quote, in recognizing their achievements and credentials, and said he will attempt to pursue some form of compensation for the nurses.
There need to be some reparations. There need to be some reparations, and I'm going to see how much compensation we can give for what you suffered, okay? The Nursing Council that is there have revisited your situation, and they have taken, in my estimation, the correct action. And today, what had been delayed for almost a decade, you are now being accepted fully as nurses into the nursing profession. Put your hands together for the nurses.
He encouraged the nurses to continue to be professional and recognize their efforts when, even while they were unaccepted as registered nurses, they were given duties of managing a ward when a nurse was unavailable. The Prime Minister also spoke of the scholarships available to nurses and noted that successful applicants will receive their full salary while they're studying. Jason Davis for ZIZ News.
An official delegation from the All-Party Parliamentary Group APPG of St. Kitts and Nevis has embarked on an official visit to the Federation, reinforcing ties and exploring avenues for enhanced collaboration. The delegation includes Daniel Kaczynski, chair of the APPG SKN, Lisa Cameron, vice chair, and Scott Sherlock, parliamentary aide in the office of chair, all of whom are committed to deepening partnerships and fostering greater opportunities for bilateral trade. The inauguration of the All-Party Parliamentary Group earlier this year in the House of Commons marked a pivotal moment for St. Kitts and Nevis. This group holds two key objectives at its core: to champion the interests of the Federation within the United Kingdom across various domains, and to facilitate the expansion of trade prospects between the two nations. The APPG met with Prime Minister Honourable Dr. Terence Drew, the Cabinet Ministers, and specially invited guests on Monday. They are also scheduled to meet with Governor General Her Excellency Dame Marcella Liburd, GCMG-JP. The delegation will engage extensively with the government to gain valuable insights into the country's priorities and policy directions. The APPG will also embark on an investment tour of the Federation. They will meet and interact with representatives from the private sector, fostering a dialogue on strategies to nurture and amplify bilateral trade opportunities. The delegation will also participate in a tour of the Joseph and France General Hospital. Upon their return to the United Kingdom, the APPG will prepare a comprehensive report that will be presented to the House of Parliament and the Foreign Office, summarizing their insights, observations, and recommendations. The Ministry of Small Business and Entrepreneurship has officially been launched. The ministry was declared open by Minister of Small Business and Entrepreneurship, Honourable Samuel Duggins, at an event held at the Royal St. Kitts Hotel's conference room on Tuesday. Minister Duggins said the ministry will focus on several pillars which will be implemented over the next 5 years. These include business training, a national business center, skills trade database registry, and the promotion of green businesses. He also announced the ministry's commitment to offering financial assistance to small businesses.
It is my delight as Minister to strengthen loan guarantee programs that provide critical backing for small businesses trying to obtain loans from commercial banks. By sharing the risk, we help more entrepreneurs qualify for credit, even if they lack traditional collateral. With improved access to capital, we can unlock the potential of small businesses to drive innovation, create jobs, and diversify our economy. It is a key pillar of my vision for the small business sector.
Permanent Secretary in the Ministry, Delreen Taylor, also spoke of essential digital literacy training that will be provided to ensure entrepreneurs gain knowledge in digital commerce.
These collaboration will also grant businesses access to global market insights, refining their strategies to cater to international customers, emphasizing robust digital infrastructure. The aim is to fortify our island's digital framework, ensuring efficient connectivity, secure transactions, and overall seamless online experience. Furthermore, the digital age introduces the prospect of virtual trade events, linking our businesses to a global network of partners and consumers. Through digital business facilitation, we are not mainly aiding businesses in growth, but equipping them for unparalleled success in a digital-centric world.
During the launch, awards were presented to several entrepreneurs. The Youth Entrepreneur of the Year award went to Rashid Sargent. The Business of Excellence award went to Victoria Hendrickson of Inside SKN. The Scale Up Enterprise award was presented to Candace Franklin. The Woman of Excellence in Business award went to Anastasia Elliott of Sugartown Organics, and the Lifetime Achievement award was presented to Heather Jacobs of Tresonsage. The day's event held dual significance, and it also saw the hosting of the Ministry's Sustainable Horizons Symposium, guided by the theme Business Beyond Tomorrow. The symposium explored innovative strategies, cutting-edge technologies, and sustainable practices that will shape the future of business, and featured discussions, keynote addresses, and panel sessions featuring industry leaders and experts. The event also saw small business owners showcasing their products and services. With a big chop to traditional hair rules, the Ministry of Education has given students some leeway on the way to choose the way they wear their hair. The decision was announced on August 16th edition of In Focus by Education Minister Honorable Dr. Jeffrey Hanley, and was confirmed in a photo from the Ministry of Education on social media on Monday. During his appearance on In Focus, Minister Hanley said he sought guidance from students during school visits or casual occasions.
I had the opportunity on many occasions to interact with our students whenever I visited the school or had an engagement with them. Some would approach me first to ask me, when are you going to change, the hair policy, or when you're going to allow us to wear braids? And I would then engage and say, if that was to happen, what would your expectation be? And they gave you the idea of the length. None of them ever said to me, it should pass their shoulder. They always say it should be, shoulder length. No color. And they told you that I went as far as to ask, as a teacher now, what do you think will happen or should happen if students try to violate the new policy? They say, well, if you don't want to give them another chance, you allow them to revert right back to what was there before. So that is one of the changes that we will see coming in September.
According to the new guidelines, traditional haircuts, natural locks, afros, and cornrows are permitted for all students. Haircut designs are limited to 2 straight lines measuring no more than 10 centimeters. Extensions are permitted for female students only and not beyond shoulder length. If afros are worn, they should not cause visual obstructions. Preschoolers are not permitted to wear hair extensions or rubber bands, and preschoolers to grade 2 students are not allowed to wear beads. Beads worn by older students should not make contact with their eyes. Eyebrow Markings and eyelash extensions are not permitted. Dr. Hanley said as the Ministry of Education assesses the new guidelines, follow-ups will be done.
It's a work in progress, because part of the plan that I saw from the committee is that after a few weeks of implementation, they are going to go back to the students in terms of a questionnaire, and of course the teachers as well, in terms of finding out if it is in fact working. Are there any other changes that we need to make, or we might have made a change? Do we need to stop it right away because we realize we said maybe only two strikes or parts or design, and you realize somebody came to school with a Spider-Man. So I like the flexibility of it.
For Minister Hanley, parents are most times the ones who insist on not following guidelines. He asked for their cooperation with these new rules. After the break, we have the autopsy report on a recent fire victim, and fire officer outlines some life-saving training. Stay with us.
Are you ready for the summer? Need a plan like no other. Stay connected when you're on the go.
Sign up for internet and get 1 month free, plus a chance to pay $0 for the rest of the year. Plus, get a chance to win free data, gas vouchers, $500 cash weekly, grocery vouchers, Fed tickets, and more.
Switch over to Flow.
Are you ready to let it flow to light up your life? Get ready for the most electrifying event of the year. It's the Let It Flow to Light Up Your Life sales event at Horsfield's Building and Evis Centers. For limited time only, Horsfield's Building and Evis Centers are offering an unbelievable discount of 25% off on all electrical and plumbing items. Yes, you heard that right, 25% off. It's time to make those electrical and plumbing upgrade and renovation dreams a reality. Whether you're a do-it-yourself enthusiast or a professional contractor, we've got everything you need to transform your space. From dazzling chandeliers to high quality wiring, from stylish faucets to top-notch plumbing fixtures, we've got it all. Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity to save big on top brands and the latest innovations in electrical and plumbing. Spruce up your living space, revamp your kitchen, and turn your bathroom from ordinary to luxury and more. Hurry, hurry, hurry! This event won't last forever, so head over to Horsfield's Building and Evis Centers today and let it flow and light up your life with our phenomenal 25% off sales event on all electrical and plumbing items. Try Horsfield's Swiss, your one-stop destination for all your electrical and plumbing needs. Terms and conditions apply.
$50,000?
$50,000?
$50,000? Win big with TDC! Win up to $50,000 cash in the TDC Mega Rewards Mega Raffle! To enter, you must be a Mega Rewards member or sign up to TDC Mega Rewards Loyalty Program. Shop at our TDC retail stores or online at shoptdcgroup.com to receive 1 entry for every $250 spent. Draws take place from July to November. Win $10,000 every month with your entry rolled over so you can win even more.
Yes, this is 50.
Terms and conditions apply.
Jason is constantly on his phone, even on special occasions. He's ensuring that they're covered with eLife. Apply for insurance online, anytime, anywhere. It's easy. Choose your insurance coverage, apply, and pay online.
Living the eLife easy.
Live the eLife with Sagicor.
Welcome back. The police have released the results of an autopsy performed on the body of 91-year-old Deverita Weeks of Wade's Gardens, who perished in a fire at her home. The autopsy was done on Monday by resident pathologist Dr. Adrian Nunes and Dr. Nautica Phillip. The doctors concluded that death was as a result of asphyxia due to smoke inhalation. On Monday, August 21st, the police responded to a report of a house fire in Wade's Garden. After the blaze had been extinguished by the St. Kitts and Nevis Fire and Rescue Services, Weeks was discovered inside the house. She was pronounced dead at the scene. Fire officers within the St. Kitts and Nevis Fire and Rescue Services undergo rigorous training that can potentially save lives. This according to Fire Substation Officer Timothy Martin during ZIZ Radio's program Fire Talk on Tuesday. He said one of the types of training they receive is rope work training, which is used in rescue situations involving hikers or rescuing persons from a high structure.
Persons that go hiking, they get injured. You cannot easily get them down. We sometimes have to put them in a basket. Now holding the basket on its own and getting them down sometimes pose a lot of challenges. So there are cliff sides, the varyings, etc. So we now have to know how to tie certain knots in order to assist us in one, securing the basket, maybe anchoring it in order to lower it down, also to assist us in getting additional grip on the basket in terms of getting persons out.
Martin also outlined some of the knots the firefighters are exposed to during training.
So there are a number of knots that we as firefighters seek to get trained in, such as there is a family of 8. That is one of the most important knots to know as a firefighter. The figure 8, the figure 8 follow through, figure 8 and a bite. There is the butterfly. You have the prusik knot, the reef knot. Just to name a few.
He said fire officers also receive medical training, noting that these types of training are significant in order to save lives.
We have persons who are trained as EMTs, persons also trained as EMRs, EMTs, emergency medical technician, and EMRs, emergency medical responders. And these type of training, they do indeed save lives. So firefighting training save lives on one part, EMT, EMR training save lives on another aspect.
Other types of training include extrication training, where fire officers may be asked to use tools such as the jaws of life to rescue someone from a mangled vehicle in the event of a traffic accident, and arson investigation, where they would be tasked to use different scientific methods to ascertain the cause of a fire. Restoration work on the old Treasury building will soon begin following the signing of a contract between the St. Christopher National Trust and Pavernier, a Trinidadian construction company. The government of St. Kitts and Nevis has approved the funding for the project, which will start on September 1st, 2023. Executive Director Etsu Bracha-Keynes was quoted as saying, "We are so excited that we can finally start this project, which will restore our iconic building to its former status. We thank the general public for their patience over the last several months, having to maneuver around the scaffolding that had been mounted for some time." As preparation gets underway, the offices, gift shops, and museum housed in the building will be relocated to the Shoreline Plaza building and will operate from the space formerly occupied by MoneyGram. From there, the general public and visitors will be able to access the gift shop and museum services, which will be mostly digital. Operations from the new location will begin on Monday, 2nd October. The contact numbers will remain the same, 465-5584 and 662-5548, and the opening hours will be 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. The St. Christopher National Trust is also advising the public of its Independence 40 activities, namely an expo at the Spooners Ginnery on September 17th from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and the annual Scenic Railway Ride. Coming up in regional news, Antigua government praised as close to 700 people benefit from cataract surgery.